Hey there, I'm the MadCatster. Am I glad to see you here? Well, Logan Paul, a bunch of you probably have heard of his CryptoZoo scandal. Well, someone finally came to their senses and filed a class action lawsuit against him, and Logan Paul has filed a motion to dismiss. And you guys know I'm an attorney. I took a look at it, and let me tell you, the reasoning is pretty dumb. We're going to talk about it right now, so buckle up and let's go. I'm here with Sybil the Enforcer, and Sybil says, please like and subscribe. We really appreciate all the new subscribers who have joined us. Welcome aboard. And I would encourage you, if you are one of my regular viewers and you think you're subscribed, please double check it. I've had so many people tell me that YouTube unsubscribed them from my channel, so please take a look. Anyways, let's talk about Logan Paul's CryptoZoo cryptocurrency and EFT mess. So back in 2021, Logan Paul and a group of his friends and colleagues decided they were going to jump on the cryptocurrency bandwagon, but rather than just do your run-of-the-mill cryptocurrency, they decided they were going to create a cryptocurrency that was also an EFT, and it was going to be in the form of a game. I'm sure that was aimed right at his target audience. Well, CryptoZoo is also, I found out, happens to be the name of an adult animated film from 2021, also called CryptoZoo. So who's got the trademark right to that? I don't know if either of them has even filed a trademark. So this is how CryptoZoo is described, okay? So CryptoZoo was marketed as an NFT-based game and billed as an autonomous ecosystem that would enable virtual zookeepers to buy, sell, and trade exotic animals on the blockchain, hatching them from eggs at the time of purchase. From what I understood, and I've watched a couple of videos about this, you would use this currency to buy these eggs. The eggs then would be hatched, and you could create animals, like you could hybrid animals from the different eggs and create your own like species. It was supposed to be something that was a work in progress when it was launched. It wasn't ready for the public. So they launched it, but then very soon allegations started coming. People thought it was a scam because there was no CryptoZoo game. So then the allegations began to surface that it was a classic rug pull. So you may be asking yourselves, what is a rug pull? Well, this is how it's been described. A rug pull is a colloquial way of describing instances when a crypto developer raises funds, for example, for a new token or NFT line, promising certain benefits to consumers, but then the developers abandon the project and fail to deliver the promised benefits while fraudulently retaining the buyer's funds. So what they're saying is they invested money into this CryptoZoo, but then it never got developed. And so basically their money evaporated into the ether. Finally, someone in Texas had filed a class action lawsuit. And this is what his allegations were, is that in 2021, his son told him about CryptoZoo, an NFT project involving Logan Paul. The game, according to Holland, allowed players to purchase digital currency called Zoo tokens, which could then be used to purchase CryptoZoo NFTs for use in the CryptoZoo online game. Holland alleges that Paul promoted the game on his online platform as a game that makes you money, with a massive team supporting it and funded by, quote, like $1 million Mr. Paul claimed to have invested. Holland further alleges that as of August 2021, when defendants released the Zoo tokens and the NFTs, CryptoZoo's online terms of service stated that defendants will strive to do the best for the project and the community, and Holland also alleges that he purchased $1,000. Why? Why, people, why? In Zoo tokens, which he then used to purchase a CryptoZoo NFT. Holland alleges that the value of his investment in the game fluctuated, but that Holland nevertheless spent an additional $2,000. Okay. So, first of all, I'm not even going to get into cryptocurrency, but it just boggles my mind. He nevertheless spent an additional $2,000 based on non-specific false affirmations by the development team, including from Ben Roth, but once Paul announced another NFT project and started ignoring Zoo, Holland claims he realized his money was likely lost. He alleges that CryptoZoo has never released as advertised and the value of the Zoo tokens plummeted, including because defendants manipulated the market for Zoo tokens by buying and selling them in bulk. Holland further alleges defendants purchased these digital products at an artificially low value before the project had been officially launched And after the public announcement, defendants sold them for an immediate and large profit, effectively stealing the money of consumers who had invested. So I can understand the attraction because Logan Paul is a big name, was involved in this and thinking that maybe it would pay off. But, you know, it's not like this was the first one of these types of schemes to come out. To this day, Logan Paul still has not released CryptoZoo. And when this whole controversy flared up and CoffeeZilla did a whole expose on it, I'm not going to go into any more of the details of CryptoZoo. We're concerned mostly about the motion to dismiss. Then Logan Paul sort of tried to save face and say, oh, we're working on it. But, you know, to this day, as far as I know, nothing has been put out. And it looks like the project is maybe dead. So this particular lawsuit was filed in federal court. In most jurisdictions, you can either file your answer, and you have a certain amount of time to do that, or you'll be defaulted, or you can file a motion to dismiss, and if the motion to dismiss gets denied, then you can file your answer. Well, in this case, Logan Paul and his team decided to file the motion to dismiss. Now, what we're focusing on here are their reasons. What they're basically saying, and I'll read you the reasons, is that the defendants don't reside in Texas and have nothing to do with Texas, and so the lawsuit should be dismissed because the federal court has no jurisdiction. Well, that's not really exactly true. Logan Paul filed an unsworn declaration. He, says he's 18, sound mind. Well, I don't know. I think some people might question that. Facts stated are based on his personal knowledge, are true and correct to the best of his belief. Now, here are the reasons. I have never lived or worked in the state of Texas. I reside in Dorado, Puerto Rico. I have traveled to the state of Texas for a total of less than 2 weeks in the last approximately 10 years. None of those trips related to the CryptoZoo game. I have never maintained a business office in the state of Texas. I've never owned or leased any property in the state of Texas. I've never hired any employees in the state of Texas. I have never paid or owed any taxes to the state of Texas or its political subdivisions. I have never been required to maintain or maintained a registered agent for service in the state of Texas. So a lot of companies, if they want to do business in a state in which they are not located or where their business was not started, they can go to the Secretary of State and they can file for a certificate and register with the Secretary of State to do business in that state. When you do e-commerce, you don't have to register in every single state that you're doing business in because it's e-commerce. He's never sued anyone in Texas other than this lawsuit. He's never been sued in the state of Texas. He's reviewed the complaint. The complaint quotes statements that I allegedly made. I made the statements referred to in paragraph 37 of the complaint on my podcast, Impulsive, that was recorded while I was in Puerto Rico. So what he's saying is, I wasn't in Texas when I recorded my podcast. And he says he does not produce his podcast in Texas, and I do not specifically direct my podcast to residents of Texas. I do not specifically target Texas residents in any statement. So basically what he's saying, and this is a classic argument, which I'll explain in a minute, is totally off base. He's basically saying, well, you can't sue me in Texas because I don't live in Texas. I'm not based in Texas, and I did not intentionally do business with people in Texas. Well, this is the problem with that, okay? The federal court has a certain standard that has to be met in order for them to say they've got jurisdiction over a non-resident of the state where the federal court is located. And that's basically what the suit is arguing. And I'm going to read to you now what the plaintiff's response to this motion to dismiss was. So basically, the plaintiff's coming back and saying, this is a load of crap, basically, that these are not the criteria that the court looks at to determine whether they have jurisdiction over Logan Paul. And they're right. And these arguments made by Logan Paul are ridiculous. Of course, he doesn't live in Texas. Of course, his business isn't in Texas. But the issue is his CryptoZoo was targeted to everybody on the internet, basically. You could participate and purchase anywhere you were. You didn't have to live where Logan Paul lived to participate. And it's called what we call minimum contacts with the state. So because people in Texas were apt to, some of them who would be Logan Paul fans and be aware of this, were apt to participate, that means Logan Paul had contacts, business contacts in the state of Texas, even though he's not located there. This response from the plaintiff says that basically Logan Paul's team, and I didn't go into the case law. I'm not going to bore you guys with all that stuff. They cited to some case law, and Mr. Holland, the plaintiff's attorneys, are saying that the case law they cited is stale, which means that the standard that was used in the case they used was an old case, and that the court has since basically revised the criteria. The Fifth Circuit, which is the federal court that this is located in, said that this is their standard, their criteria for what gives them jurisdiction over people like Logan Paul. And it says, so long as the court finds that the defendant delivered the product into the stream of commerce with the expectation that it would be purchased by or used by consumers in the foreign state. Under the test, mere foreseeability or awareness is a constitutionally sufficient basis for personal jurisdiction if the defendant's product made its way into the foreign state while still in the stream of commerce. So they're saying that Logan Paul and his team should have foreseen that people in Texas might buy this stuff. And because they targeted a very broad audience out over the internet, yes, it's foreseeable that people in Texas who are fans of Logan Paul, like I said, might buy this stuff. So therefore, because that possibility existed, Logan Paul has subjected himself to being under the jurisdiction of the court. And so this hasn't been ruled on yet. And so I suspect that the court is going to say, sorry, but the court has jurisdiction and you're going to have to continue to fight this lawsuit in Texas. But let me know down below what you think about all of this. Were you aware of this CryptoZoo stuff? Did you? I hope you didn't buy any of it, but let me know your thoughts. I want to say a very special thank you to some people who sent us some stuff from the Amazon wish list. The cat's wish list is down below in the description. Unfortunately, the last name on this got cut off by the Amazon receipt. So I want to thank Dafan, Felix, Herman, Lucy, and T. I don't know who T is because I can't read all of the name because of the way this thing was cut. They sent us 3 things of treats. They sent us a bunch of mice, and they also sent us this ball, which Chloe has been playing with all day today. So she loves it. So thank you guys so much. And if you guys want to send something, the list is down below. We'll give you a shout out. So I want to thank all of our Patreon patrons as always, and our channel members. You guys are so awesome. All of the money that comes through that stuff is all for the cat's care. And it goes directly to paying the cat's monthly bill and their costs. And with 14 rescue cats, I'm sure you can imagine that it's not cheap, but I love these guys so much. They're like my family. They are my family. But anyways, thank you guys again. Please take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next one.
Pretty please. Subscribe, like, and hit the bell. I get a treat for every new sub. Thank you.